Oh, the hype is real now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little teaser trailer for Survival Island Season 4. No, that wasn't a joke or anything, guys. That's actually happening. Tomorrow is going to be the first episode of Survival Island Season 4. Very exciting. It's already been recorded. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this season. It's going to be a real fun one. Huge island with more than just me and Tyler. There's going to be a bunch of different people on the world. It's a PC server. It's just going to be a ton of fun. So, I'm looking forward to uploading the first episode for you guys tomorrow, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little teaser trailer to hype it up a little bit, 24 hours in advance. And today, let's continue to get some stuff done on Los Angeles. That's right, we are recording an episode of Constructing Los Angeles after all, so let's just jump right into it. So I'm here in the theater, Los Angeles theater, and this place is kind of demoralizing because there's a really bad lighting glitch in here. I don't know if you guys can notice, but the middle of the room is just like super well lit. It's like there is no glowstone, no a beacon, no redstone lamp, no sea lantern in the game that can light something up this much without having it anywhere near it. So, and there's no natural light or anything seeping into the room. Like there's this natural light here is not going to cover all this space. That's just not a thing. So. There's a lighting defect in here for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It's kind of demoralizing though because I kind of want to work on this place, but the lighting defect kind of makes me sad. It's not all bad because when I am standing on the stage though, like you guys can actually see me, which is not terrible, but it's kind of hard for me to like visualize what this place is going to look like when it's done with this lighting defect. So I just want to show you guys this real quick. I might work on this thing on a live stream or something like that, but right now I'm just going to leave it how it is. I actually have some good ideas for this place that I eventually would like to implement, but for now I'm just going to kind of just show you guys real quick what's going on in here because I did switch out all the walls from sand, I think it was sand, to the light, or I guess this is just regular blue stained clay. It might be light blue, it might be blue. I think it is actually light blue. Let's see. Yeah, it actually is light blue. So I think it looks a little bit better like this, and then I'm going to switch up all the seats and make them so they're not wood, because I just don't really think it matches the theme very well. And those are just a couple of ideas that I have for this place. But I just wanted to show you guys that real quick at the beginning of the episode. But what I really am going to be working on today is, let me fly out here and go down Minecraft Avenue. We're going to fly all the way over to Papa's Pizzeria, and I'm going to work a little bit on the apartment complex above Papa's Pizzeria. This is kind of like been a building that's given me a little bit of trouble lately, but I actually have some ideas that I would like to try for it today. And what I want to do is add a fire escape staircase because, you know, for every one of these buildings, you need an elevator and a staircase, right? And for some of these modern builds, you know, it's really not that practical for me to have like a fire escape staircase on the outside of the building. It's more practical for me to have the staircase in the interior. And a lot of these things only have elevators. They don't even have staircases, so that's kind of unfortunate. I will show you guys real quick, though, the fire escape plan I am going to be going off of today. And it's going to be right here. So when I added this, I was actually really happy with it. This is actually like one of my favorite things I've done in a while. I think it looks really good. It fits the theme pretty nicely, and it would fit the theme, hopefully, for Papa's Pizzeria apartment complex as well. It's not really called that. It's just the apartment complex above the restaurant Papa's Pizzeria. So anyway, I'm going to get some blocks for this. I think I'm going to use some quartz slabs and stairs instead of acacia wood. I use acacia wood to match the theme of this building, but I'm gonna pass on that this time around. But it's a pretty nice looking complex. Really, it's pretty cool. What I'm gonna do is have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stairs going up on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes 5 and then 4 and then all the way up 4. Okay. So I'm gonna have to keep on coming back for reference on this place, but we're gonna try to build a fire escape staircase here on the side of Papa's Pizzeria to connect to each one of these floors here. So the first one is gonna have to be right here. So I'm gonna start it off here and just break this open. And let me actually fly back over there and kind of get a scope of this. I'm gonna be again constantly flying back and forth. Luckily, it's not too far away. So there's going to be an opening with 2 slabs, and then the stairs are going to be on the outside level of that. And then there's going to be a lining of, looks like cobblestone walls 1 block away from the edge of the building, and then a lining of some quartz, or not some quartz, some stone slabs as well. So let's get started with this. This is going to be a little bit of a tricky build because of the fact that I'm going to have to probably take this out a little bit more than I would normally, just for the simple fact that the lining in the building isn't really going to match up. So it's going to be much harder on this one than it is going to be on other parts of the building. But what I'm going to do to kind of counteract that is break that right there. And I am going to place well, first off, let me decide which block I'm going to be opening up to. I think it's going to be, let's just use this as a door real quick. I think it's going to be this block right here. So I'm going to place a slab there and a slab there. And this is going to run up past this part of the building. So again, I have to take this out 2 blocks extra than I normally would because of like the indents in this building are a little weird. So it's going to be a little bit of a tricky design. But let's see here. I want to take the staircase down right here. I got to put that there. And we're going to break all this stuff because it's going to be needed to move anyway. We're going to fix this up. And we're going to kind of get this going here. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about Survival Island Season 4, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer as many of those as I can. It's going to be a good season. I'll try to like further explain kind of what's going on with the season if I can. Guys, it's basically like, it's going to be a server more or less. So my friends are welcome to join the world whenever they please. They can live stream the world whenever they want. And I think that's what's going to be really fun about it, is it's going to be kind of like an open-ended series. There's not really going to be like a strict number of like episodes or anything like that. Like I'm going to be recording episodes for the channel, obviously a lot, like probably like 3 or 4 a week. Maybe not that many, maybe like 3 a week. And that's going to be cool. But I'm also going to be live streaming it a lot. So it's going to be kind of like a mix between the two. And I think that's what's going to make it a really fun season. So again, like I said, guys, I'm really looking forward to this season of Survival Island. Hopefully you guys are as well. It's going to be for sure one of the best seasons yet. In my personal opinion, Season 2 was the best. But I think Season 4, just for the amount of people that we're going to have on the server, it's just going to make it like so much more fun. So there's never not going to be somebody on the server when I'm playing. There's also, I would like to mention that I am going to probably be doing some like episodes where I'm going to be playing solo. Just because I want to do like some off-camera mining or something like that. And I might do an episode of that. And we're all going to be kind of like building our own stuff and doing whatever we want. So that's going to be like a part of the series that's very important. So again, guys, if you have any questions about it, like how this is going to work, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer some. I think it's going to be such a fun season. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a lot different than previous seasons because the island is a lot bigger. So it's like, I'm serious. Like this island is gigantic. Like it's absolutely massive. I can't emphasize how big it is. Like it's just huge. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's not gonna feel like an island at points because it's so big. But trust me, it's a really cool seed, and I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it. So. Like I said, if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask because I'm going to try to answer as many as I can. I just realized I kind of made a mistake on this thing, but I think I am on the right track right now. This here needs to be full blocks, so I got to keep that in mind. But other than that, I think I'm doing pretty good here. So let me just kind of keep going, and I can connect each one of these floors here. The key to this is making sure that they connect from floor to floor. So I am going to have to kind of like make subtle adjustments to each part of it. and I'm totally willing to do that. So let's see here. All right, looks like we have, well, first off, we might have to break all that because I didn't really make the openings just yet. But this part here is on the right track. So what I think I am going to do is, well, first off, we need to make this here full block, I think. Make that full block. And that's already full block. We're good there. This needs to be full block. And then this here needs to be full block. But other than that, you know, we're looking pretty good. It's going to be, this one's going to be a little bit more complicated. It actually is starting to already look pretty nice. So this one's going to be a little bit more complicated than previous ones. I've already, you know, already kind of gone over that a little bit, but it's certainly true. Let's see. So I need to take the railing out across here. So this railing is going to go here. And actually, it should be one block up, like right there. And the railing is going to run across like this and connect over to here. Actually, it's going to go one block past, so it's going to connect to there. It's going to place that there, and then we're going to go ahead and put some cobblestone walls down. And we'll take these up and take them back down. Another thing I wanted to mention real quick about the trailer. I just made it like a simple trailer. I just kind of did a little cinematic of the island. Nothing too crazy. You know, there's not going to be any like storyline to this island. I want to say that as well. Last few seasons we've had like a subtle storyline kind of mixed in. This season it's just going to be plain. There's really no storyline or anything like that. Like, we're not going to be crashing our plane from season 3 or anything like that, guys. It's just going to be, you know, simple, just plain survival, pretty much. All right, so let me see here. This is kind of complicated, man. This is faking me out here. I'm trying to figure this thing out, but it's not coming easy. All right, let me fly back over there. I have to take a couple more ideas from this. So let's see. We have to do the full block there. That's going to actually be a half block of slabs. Interesting. Full block, half block of slabs. Okay. All right, I kind of see what's going on here. As far as the this part though, I think we're good on that. So that should be okay. All right, so let's go back over and let's try to get this thing right. I want to try to get this thing finished, you know, for today's video. So I've already built one of these before, so there's no excuse that I can't build another one. But anyway, let's see. So we have this here. So this actually is not going to be full blocks. That's actually just going to be like that. But I could do an upside down stair like that. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we'll do that instead. I'll do upside down stair here and there. But now the key thing is opening this up. So this is, oh, by the way, we can get rid of all this because that's actually not even there anymore. So opening this up and make sure it lines up. So actually what I have to do is kind of break this. Actually, it's not really lined up. So let me just kind of refresh this here. So hold on. I guess I could do a slab there. And I guess a slab here like that. And then I guess I could just lower this by one block. I guess that's what I'll have to do. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I have to make sure that I line up every floor. That's like the first thing. That's the most important thing. So we'll take this up and through. And we'll do those blocks there. And just kind of take this down one block as we go. And it should be pretty good. Alright, so let's place this here. And there we go. That looks good. And just a quick reference, guys. The first stream of Survival Island probably won't be until next week. We're just gonna start off with some episodes like before. We're just gonna get our bearings straight a little bit before we start getting into the streaming of it. But just for reference, Kyle is gonna be streaming it quite often. Kevin, who's also on the season, he's going to be streaming it hopefully pretty often as well. And that's going to be kind of like the plan for the season. It's going to be, you know, not just me, really. Like, you're going to get content from other people, which is pretty cool. The YouTube video end of it is just going to be me, because those guys don't really make YouTube videos anymore. So, but they do stream, so that's going to be pretty cool. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't say enough about it. It's gonna be a really awesome. If everything goes nice and everybody, you know, it also depends on like if like people stay, you know, interested in it. You know what I mean? So, you know, if my friends decide, you know, this is getting kind of boring or something like that, and they don't really feel like playing. They don't play the world as much, because that happens on Minecraft. You know, people get bored because that's Minecraft. But we are playing on the 1.9 combat update on Xbox, or not on Xbox, on PC. So that should, you know, keep people playing it for a little bit longer. You know, I'm looking at Tyler, wink, wink, because Tyler's gonna stop playing after like 2 days. But anyway, that's kind of like the plan. Like, as long as like everybody stays in the world and is, you know, building stuff and playing and on the server like as much as possible, like I think it's gonna be a really fun season. So I'm looking at you, Tyler. Just kidding. But yeah, let me just kind of get this staircase finished up. It's pretty close to being done, but this thing is cool because it just allows me to add a staircase to this building, and this building needs a staircase. Like, it absolutely does. It needs a staircase, whether it was on the outside or the inside. At least we have one now kind of put in. So this thing looks kind of crazy right now, but it'll come together. So let me take this across here, and that's going to connect to right there. Actually, I think it connects to here, because I don't think we have enough space to walk through if there's a block right there. Yep. All right, so that's fine. And then we have to do... okay, we're good there. Actually, this actually is going to come out and connect to there. And we're going to come up here and do the same thing. Fire escape staircase. Looking good. All right, and then also we have to place some upside down slabs there and there. We're going to do some more of those right here. Let me take those across. But yeah, it's coming together. This is actually a really fun design. This was something I came up with on a live stream one time. And I do really like this fire escape staircase concept. You know, again, it doesn't really fit the theme for modern builds, but I don't really consider this particular apartment building to be a modern build. It's really more of just a... It might be using like the blocks that you would typically associate with modern builds, but I can tell you right now that it's not a modern build. So that's kind of good. And real quick, what I'm going to do is actually come over here and check something. So it looks like we have to do the railing here for each one of the turns in the staircase. That's very important to add. So let me actually come back over here and add those real quick. And then like the last thing we have to do is basically just connect it to the roof and then connect it to the floor. So what I mean by that is we got to add another railing here to kind of, you know, protect anybody who is on that part of it, because, you know, we don't want random people falling off the fire escape, especially because it's right above the freaking highway. That might end poorly. So we need to make sure that there's plenty of railing here so people aren't going to be, you know, falling to their death, because that would be really bad. And we're all about safety here in Los Angeles. All right, so there we go. And then, of course, we have that level lined up. That level's lined up. We got to break open this. This is all going to be, you know, fixing the inside later, but at least it's lined up at this point. Same thing right here. That's lined up. And then the last thing we got to do is connect it to the roof. It's not, like, super necessary to connect it to the roof, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. So how I'm going to do this is I am going to take this up and take this up just a little bit further. The difference between this roof and the other one is that one actually had like an overhang that it connected to really nicely, so it was nice, and it was a smooth transition. It might not be as smooth for this particular build, which is why I might not actually add an extra part of the staircase going up to the roof. So we're gonna see if it looks good or not. I think it's more important to connect it to the road, obviously, because we don't, you know, we want to actually be able to go down there, right? So I'm gonna place those blocks there. This is gonna turn, and then this should connect right up to the roof pretty nicely. So it'll be like that. We'll place the one there, and then there'll be like a slab, and that's pretty much it. I can take this up, and we can, I guess we can do a little extra railing here. Connect this to the roof, just like that. I guess I can put an extra slab here on the top of this just to kind of close that off, just kind of finish it. And here, might take this out and then put, I don't know, maybe like a pillared quartz here with something on it. That could potentially look pretty nice, or we could just do this. This could work as well. Check this out, guys. We can just do that. That looks pretty good. And just like that, it kind of connects pretty nicely up here. So that should work. Let's see. Is this gonna like be a problem here with the railing? I don't think it should be. I think it'll be all right. And then we just have to add like another railing right here, and then I think that should be good for that part, and then we can kind of connect it to the ground level. But let's take a step back here and take a look at this thing. You'd be surprised to see like how long these things take, but they're definitely really useful, and it's actually nice. So so far it's looking pretty good. I think it matches the theme of the building pretty good. The part that connects up to the roof I might not add because it seems like that might be a little bit too much. But other than that, it definitely adds a nice thing. It looks a little bulky, trust me, it does. But I'm telling you, it's going to be fine. Alright, so let's see here. We have 1, 2... That's going to be there. So we're going to have to break some of this a little bit. We can let that anvil drop if we need to. This is actually going to connect down to the lower level. So we're going to continue this down. And then this is going to be a full block here. Turn this back this way. And, you know, you guys get the idea. Just rinse and repeat from here. Take it all the way down. Simple enough. Going to connect this like that. And I think we'll just one more level. We'll take it down to the ground level. We'll do another lining of slabs. And then here we go. This is going to connect perfectly right to the ground. Right in this small space. And we should be good to go. So let me just do the last stair there as a buffer for this upside down stair. And let's add some railings that we need to add. And then we're going to be done. And then I'll decide later on, probably off camera, whether or not I'm going to keep the part that connects to the roof, because it does look a little bulky when you connect it to the roof. Let me kind of back up and show you guys again. The roof part does look a little bulky. The rest of it I think looks good. It's a much needed addition. You might think like it looks like construction or something like that, like on the side of it. That's not really what it's supposed to look like. Let me try to possibly get rid of this part here, because I do think, as much as it's like necessary, I think it does add a little bit too much bulk to the place, and we don't really need to get up on the roof. It's not super necessary. At worst case scenario, we could add a ladder from like the top of the staircase, because it looked good in the other one, but that's because that one had like a little part that was hanging off so it could connect nicely. This part is just a little bit too bulky, I think. So let me get rid of this, and we will just actually leave it like that. What I probably will end up doing is something like this instead, just to kind of close off the top of it. But that will be like the highest point instead. So that's going to be our staircase design on the side of this building. So that will connect to every floor, and that's going to be like the fire escape staircase, just in case the elevator breaks down or something like that. You know, talking about a little bit of realism here. And I think that looks pretty good on the side of the building. Again, I'm not going to add these on every building. There's certain buildings that they just won't fit for. They're just not going to fit the theme. Like, for example, like the 4 Biomes Hotel, or, well, the 4 Biomes Hotel actually has a staircase on the inside, so that doesn't count. But like the McDonald's building, it does not fit the theme for that building, so we're not going to add one. You know, I could, in theory, put one, I don't know, back here next to the Outback Steakhouse, but I don't think that's necessary. And there's just certain buildings that it works for, and this is definitely one of them. So let me know what you guys think about it. That's going to conclude today's episode. Tomorrow is going to be Survival Island Season 4, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Thank you guys for watching today's episode of CLD. Thanks for watching the trailer. And this is episode 270 of Constructing Los Dangeles, so we're moving along here. Only 30 episodes away from episode 300. That's pretty crazy. So thank you guys for watching this episode. It's been Dan Lags. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.